Hello guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing great today. Um, well, today was a home office day. I'm at home with my cat right here. He's helping out as usual with an angry face. He doesn't have an angry face right now. He's just sleeping. But yeah, we got to work in a casual outfit today. We didn't have any meetings, so pretty comfortable day to work. And yesterday I forgot to record a video of what we worked on yesterday because yesterday we recorded on what we worked the day before, but we forgot to we're just one day ahead. It's okay. We're not gonna be so strict for these everyday recording sessions, and more so that well the 30 days are over and we're just gonna record as often as we can. But I wanted to show you guys exactly what I worked on yesterday, how it's working and how I managed it to work, and I'm just gonna show you. So I'm gonna open this test device, which you've already seen. I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is just the documents module. This is supposed to only show one of the developments, one of the projects, because this user is not an admin. This is a supervisor, which should only see the projects assigned to him. So that's a bug that I'm gonna have to patch in a little bit. But right now, here's the module. We can have the different folders. We can add folders. Just add another folder, folder B, folder B. Well, it translated. It's in Spanish. So we have this folder. We have this other one, and it shows now the profile picture of the creator because that didn't work before yesterday. So it's working now properly. And some other things that I added, we didn't add the download functionality for the files yet. I did it yesterday. Right now, the way that it's working is only through opening the URL or the link of the database. And after that, the user can just save it or share it from there. Of course, this is not ideal, but I'm gonna leave it like this for the MVP just to continue working on polishing the rest of the features and the general experience. As soon as the user can perform an action that we need we need the user to perform, then it's fine for the MVP. Of course, it's not gonna be perfect, but right now we just needed to get out there as soon as possible. So I'm gonna leave it like this. But well, it is now. We can just open each file and download it to the device of the user, which is what we needed to do for this version of the application. So what I actually implemented yesterday was the version control or the version history, which it wasn't working before, but now I can go into a file. This is not working now. Okay, let me see this one. I think that's an older file. Why is it not showing? It should show okay, for example, if I go demo. I'm just gonna upload this picture. I could be running an older version of the app because I didn't start the test session on Flutterflow. I just grabbed the one that was already open. Okay, now it's ready. This is the demo. The picture shows properly. If I tap and hold, okay, here you go. So it is working. Those files are older then. So I get this first version, right? So what this does is I can upload a new version of the file. I can just set it, for example, demo version 2, a description, just a general hello. Oh. As you see, we have a little overflow error here. I'm just gonna upload. Oh, that's a video, so it's gonna take a little bit to upload. Let's give it a couple seconds. And I need to work on the UI because we need to limit the user to click just until the file is finished uploading and block the buttons. We can see Thomas asleep when he's just waving his tail. He likes when I talk to him. He starts waving his tail. He's very caring and, even if he usually has like this angry face. He's a nice cat. So it's still working. I'm gonna cancel. Gonna go back to the demo, version control, upload a new version, demo version 2. I'm gonna pick a smaller file, this one. Okay, there you go. So what it does now is it actually updates the original document with the new file. So the latest version of the file becomes the main file in the main project document database, which is perfect. And now I can go into the document history control, and I can see both of them. So I can look at the original picture, which is this one. It gets stored into the database, and I can look at the newest one, which is this one, which is just perfect, but very useful because we can just keep track of the different versions of a document. This is very useful for the work site. And in the Figma, there were a couple of buttons here, one to download the file, one to delete it, but we don't want people to be deleting it because, it would just lose the purpose, right? The whole purpose is to have the history and the changes a long time, so not even the administrator will be able to delete the file right now. We're gonna test that feature later, but that's what I worked on yesterday. It is working fine. And I wanted to show you guys how I did it. In case you guys have any ideas or suggestions of how to implement this in a better way, we're all open to hearing how to improve this. So we can go into the add file version. And well, for starters, in the add file, in this button, we have this action, because before we only created the document and we populated these fields: the name, the creator, the URL of the document, the URL of the parent folder, the reference of the project, if it's deleted, etc. But we didn't create a version of that document into the file history, and we need to create a version from this as well. So we just grab the created as an output action, and then passed it on to the create. It says create document, but it's referring to file history from the user's organization, and we can get all of this comes from the received. For example, I can go here, and this goes from the created document, which is the variable that we're storing temporarily from the output received of the document creation. So we just update all the information and then dismiss the dialog. What happens after someone creates or uploads a new version? Well, we just create a new document inside the file history, and then update the information with the more current information: the name of this version, the description, the date, the URL, the creator, etc. And we have to update the main document that it's being referenced to this file history document. So we need to update the name of the document to have it like from the last person that edited or uploaded that version, the last modifier, date of the last modification, and the URL just to point to the URL. And this comes again from the variable output that we defined in the prior trigger that creates the file history version. So actually pretty a lot more simpler than I thought it would be. It is working now, which was actually we were actually leaving that for a later version, but I was able to do it quickly, so we could just insert it into the MVP. And right now I have a couple of bugs to polish, and just gonna go and check the backlog in order to see if it's gonna be better for me to add a new functionality or to keep polishing the existing ones, because there's a couple of things that on the features that I'm working on myself, the tickets that I have that could have or could get a little bit of a makeover or just fixing some bugs. But maybe it's going to be more valuable to add the functionality of the attendance, which is important as well. A couple of people have mentioned this. So I'm just gonna get back to it, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Hello guys, so I actually wanted to talk to you about another project that we're working on. It's for the chamber of the construction in our region or state. And we are integrating their turnstile, I think it's turnstile, the correct pronunciation, because they need to control the entrance and you know the people that are coming into the chamber. And right now they have Bitrix CRM. Their site is developed in Wix, and well, they purchased a turnstile that they haven't been able to integrate into the rest of their systems. So right now we're working on just integrate everything together in order for example, if they need to, if they usually, you know, they sell events, they sell courses, they also have the people or the companies that are members of the chamber, and all of these are managed from within the systems that I already mentioned. So they need to integrate all this data into a backend that is gonna tell the turnstile to what kind of people it should allow to pass. And there's different profiles. And right now, what I wanted to show you something I discovered that I didn't know I could do. Maybe if you're a developer, this is gonna be very, very obvious, and maybe you knew this from a long while ago. But it's something very interesting to me, because you know, if you worked, for example, with servers or with Linux before, especially on the terminal exclusively, you know, there's gonna be the text editor is not pretty well. You can work outside and then integrate from within the server, deploying it after you've worked through GitHub, or there's some other workarounds. But I'm using Visual Studio Code, and actually I'm connected through Visual Studio Code via SSH to the server that we obtained. This is a virtual private server that this chamber purchased. So right now I'm connected to it, and I'm just right now I'm just installing some things from Node, and just for the general backend to work. It's been a while since I've done some backend, but let me see, just to explain you the overall project that we need to do. Just give me 1 second in order to open this up. Okay, so we have these different diagrams that we're going to have to implement here. So these are the different kind of profiles that we need to define. The people that we invite, from the people that are working in CMYK are inviting people from outside. We need to give them access. All the visitors that are going to be able to read a QR code at the entrance of the building, the workers of the chamber. There's the different logic that is going to be applying to every one of these roles, and some other profiles, the members of the chamber, students and professors, and people that purchased a ticket for an event. So depending on every one of these roles, we're going to have to implement some different algorithms from this backend in order to to be able to open this or not. And we're going to implement it and connect it through SendGrid that we've already worked with before. If you don't know, Send allows you to send automated emails through code. So it's an open API. They got a free version. Depending on how many emails you need to send and how often you need to send them, you can just work with the free version. And we've already worked with that with this client, so they already have their emails configured in SendGrid, and so it's just one less thing to worry about. So this is the project we're working on. This is pure code. We're not working in Flutterflow for this. I think we could do it in Flutterflow, but right now it's pure backend. because everything else there's already user interfaces from Bittrex, from Wix, and other places that we're gonna pull the information from. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to show you. Just wanted to tell you a little bit of another project that we're working on and the kind of extents that we usually work in Quavanti. So hope it was interesting for you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.